Let's take a look at contacts on the Avaya Workplace app for Windows users. To access your list of contacts, click on the contact list icon here. This is a list that you create and personalize. If you'd like to locate someone that is within the lab phone directory, you can do so by entering their name here and searching for them. You can see there's one person with CHERR in their name. What if I change this to Cheryl? Well, now I see that I've got a few more matches in the enterprise directory. This is the lab phone book. This is in my own list of personal contacts. If I'd like to add someone to my list of contacts, I can do so by clicking on the add button, or I can call them. Let's go back to the contact list here. Again, this is a list that I personalize. I've got 12 contacts in here now. If I'd like to add a contact to this list, as you saw, I can do so by searching for them in the lab phone book directory, or LDAP, and then adding them. Or I can click the plus sign now and create a new contact if I know what information I want to enter. I'm going to add contact information for Sherry Tao. I know what her name and extension are, so I'm just going to go ahead and start filling in the fields and click Add Contact. She becomes part of my contacts. The number was 12. Now I have 13. Within my list of contacts, I can flag individuals as favorites. Favorites will appear in my list of favorites here. I have Melody and Laura appearing in my favorites list. Think of this as a frequently dialed numbers list so that they're easier to find. Back in my contacts, if I'd like to add anyone to the list of favorites, I simply click on the star that appears next to their name. And if I go to my list of favorites now, I'll see that Sherry Tao has been added to my favorites list. Back in my list of contacts, you'll notice that I have groups that I've created. Think of these groups as your list of favorites. Sometimes a group name or office name is more familiar than the individuals working in that group. So a group name helps me to remember and find them, associating them with this group name. So TSC is telephone services. And while I may not always remember the group, I do know the individuals, or while I may not always remember the individual names, I may think of the group name first. So I can add individuals to this group, remove individuals from this group, and I can do all of this through the plus button. I will add and create a new group. I can enter a group name here, and I'll call this HR benefits. And then I'm going to drag people into this group. Let's say I want Rachel to be part of this group. It's okay that she's part of TSC. And let me scroll down. I'll add Michael Elmore to this group. Now I've got 2 people here. I'll go ahead and create this group. And if I scroll back up, I'll shrink these. We can see that I have my TSC group. Adams and Rachel were part of this group. And here's the new group that I've created, HR benefits. And if I expand it, there are the 2 individuals that I've dragged into the group. Because this group exists already, I can look at additional options about this. I can get rid of this group, edit the name, or I can add a new person to it here.